Have you ever wondered if the Bible actually talks about investing? Not just being generous, not just avoiding debt, but actually multiplying what you have? The answer is yes, and the wisdom is surprisingly practical, even for today's economy. In this video, we're breaking down what the Bible really says about investing, how many verses talk about money, and what timeless principles we can apply to our finances right now. Let's dive in. Did you know the Bible contains over 2,000 verses about money, wealth, possessions, and stewardship? That's more than it says about prayer or faith. Why? Because money reveals the heart. Jesus himself said in Matthew 6 verse 21, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." So it's no surprise the Bible gives us wisdom on how to grow what we've been given, not just how to spend or give. Let's start with one of Jesus' most famous parables. The parable of the talents in Matthew 25. A man goes on a journey and entrusts his wealth to 3 servants. One gets 5 bags of gold, another 2, and the last just 1. The first 2 invest and double what they were given. The last one buries his in the ground. When the master returns, he praises the 2 who multiplied the money. "Well done, good and faithful servant." But the one who did nothing out of fear, he's rebuked. What's the lesson? God expects us to be wise stewards. He honors faithfulness, and he expects growth, not fear-driven stagnation. Next, we look at Ecclesiastes 11 verse 2, which says, "Invest in 7 ventures, yes, in 8. You do not know what disaster may come upon the land." Sound familiar? That's diversification, straight from Scripture. Spreading your resources across multiple areas is wise because we can't predict the future. Even ancient wisdom saw the importance of not putting all your eggs in one basket. Proverbs 21 verse 5 gives us another investment principle. "The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty." The Bible doesn't encourage impulsive financial decisions, it praises thoughtful planning and long-term diligence. That's exactly how good investments grow, not by rushing but by being consistent. And in Luke 14 verse 28 Jesus says, "Suppose one of you wants to build a tower, won't you first sit down and estimate the cost?" In other words, count the cost and make a plan. Good investing starts with good information. Understand the risk, know the numbers, think it through. Another overlooked principle comes from Proverbs 13 verse 11. "Dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow." The Bible praises slow, steady growth. This is a direct challenge to modern-day get-rich-quick schemes. God's way is often the long road, but it's the one with the firmest foundation. But let's be clear, while the Bible supports wise investing, it repeatedly warns us not to fall in love with money. 1 Timothy 6 verse 10 says, "For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil." Money isn't evil, but when it becomes your obsession, you've missed the point. Biblical investing is never about greed. It's about stewardship. We manage what we've been given to provide, to bless and to build, not to hoard. So what does it look like to invest biblically today? Be wise. Research and plan carefully. Be patient. Growth takes time. Be generous. Give as you grow. Be faithful. Remember who really owns it all. The Bible doesn't ignore investing. It just reminds us that we are managers, not owners. We're called to multiply, but always with wisdom and humility. As Jesus said in Luke 16 verse 10, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." So in conclusion, the Bible encourages wise, diligent, and faithful investing through principles like stewardship, diversification, patience, and planning, reminding us to grow what God has entrusted to us without falling into greed. Let's be faithful with what we've been given and let God do the multiplying.